Now let me go to the back. See, this person has given me a very nice variety without overwhelming me. So here she's given me an image of the flooring. And so that's good enough. You don't need to bring me in the whole parquet floor in your book. And then a nice color palette. Now, here at 1010, we have, 1010 Westwood Boulevard, I should say, we have a whole resource room. So those of you who have been with me before know that you can find your color palettes from the resource room, as well as your examples of fabrics. And she has mounted these very nicely. I know some of you in these classes will be studying from afar, so you could go to your local drapery or fabric stores and find good examples of the styles of fabrics that would fit into these periods. So these have been presented very nicely. I would suggest for this particular person, though, in the Rococo period, that they do bring in some more florals. So the colors are looking a little bit flat to me, but they'll still suffice. And then lastly, an article. So this can be from a magazine, and hopefully you're all reading your magazines, whether it be Elle Decor or Veranda or Architectural Digest, and bring in an article that happens to pick up some of the vestiges of the period you are covering. So this looks like an article from a modern magazine, but I can see some Rococo images there. So that's just fine. Or if you go to architecturaldigest.com, they will have some nice articles for you there. What I don't want is just a printout from a website that gives the background on some particular king or particular style without any images, and especially if you don't clean it up from the ads. Now let me show another one here. I have a couple of things that haven't gone well, and that would be staples in the fabrics. So if we could close up on here, the fabrics are looking a little bit messy here. So you can see the edges aren't cleanly mounted. This person has just stapled those in. That just looks really bad. You're presenting this to a client. You're selling yourself and your ideas to your client. All right, let me find another notebook here. This is on the English Regency. And again, this person has given me the background of the era, socio-political, the important figures, what's happening in architecture, what's happening in design, what's happening in furniture. And then she's given me some inspiration rooms. Now, very important, everybody, make sure that these images are large. Sometimes people give me little thumbnails, and that will cost you points because I can't really see the thumbnails. You want your client to be able to see the details. All right, and then she goes on to pick some pieces that would fit into the Regency era. Maybe could have used a little bit more writing here. I would have liked to have seen some more details on why this person chose these pieces. She also brought in some art, which is very good, and put the explanation on this side that goes with these pieces. That's just fine. You don't have to put them into the plastic sleeves. And then going on a little bit farther, here's some carpeting for this era. And so as I look through the book, I should get a really good idea about what it is that you have in mind for your particular room. The color palette, the background of the era, some good examples of furniture. You can use a couple of examples from our slides in class, but I do want you to do research for other objects to include in your book. And excuse me, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to look through the internet by Googling some of the items, whether it be English Regency or Art Deco or whatever. And most importantly, at the bottom of your slide list, I've given you a lot of websites that will help you in finding images for your notebooks. So go to those sources first. I've gleaned them, so I've given you some really good sources, and that way you don't have to spend quite so much time tootling through the internet. And again, let's check to make sure that the article is there. Sometimes the article is missing. A very nice article on Sir John Soane's museum. So this makes me very happy that this person has taken the time to go through their design magazines. But again, if you find a nice article from the internet with lots of images, make sure you clean up any ads or any banners on the website. All right, I hope that gives you an idea of what I'm looking for in the books, and I always enjoy reading these, so let me know if you have any questions, and I'm looking forward to getting your books.